It is Benders post-game on YouTube, presented by the Inside the Rink Podcast Network through InsideTheRink.com. Hit subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Benders Banter's coming up later on. 3 up, 3 down. Tell us your sips. If you're sipping on a Tuesday night and a 5-2 Boston Bruins win, another 5-2 win over the Blues. And Monty, old friend, Bruins start very slowly, but they play an excellent second period. The Blues are the worst second period team in the league. And once again, Monty's team falls in the Bruins 18-13. They get a good road win, which they don't get many of. And the new lines with David Pastrnak back and a fourth line that's going, and minty fresh. Connor is hard as a rock tonight. And the Bruins have another victory. And when can we finally say that maybe, just maybe, this team might be good enough to make the playoffs?
I mean, is this team a wagon?
Fuck off.
Is it a wagon?
This is a wagon.
Secondary scoring.
Oh,
like continuously getting secondary scoring.
Stop it.
Tonight, 4 goals. 4. 2 from Minton, 2 from Kastelic. That is secondary scoring. It's unbelievable. It really is. It's unbelievable. I don't know how they're doing it. Secondary scoring. Pastrnak comes back, couple of dimes, and Swayman plays good again. He's 14-7 on the year. He's having a good year, really good year. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to explain it. The team on paper should suck. They should absolutely blow. Paper, this team sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, badly sucks.
Yeah.
But here they are, 18-13. Win on the road. Sweep the St. Louis Blues and captain Pocket Pool. So, congratulations.
Pocket Pool. The only time I heard from him tonight was when he was screaming for that non-icing.
Yeah.
Like, he was screaming like he was a vendor.
Well, I mean, at least he cares now, right?
At least he does now. I mean, they won a couple in a row, so now he cares again. He's a front runner.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a tactical coach, which is why they're a terrible second period team. And tonight, the Bruins take advantage in the second period. There was a little shaky part in the beginning of the third when the Blues started pushing a bit, but Bruins get opportunistic goals. I mean, that's what they are. They're opportunistic. It's kind of crazy how opportunistic.
It's greasy. They're getting to the right areas and they're popping the puck in the net.
Yeah. Yeah. They're just turning and firing like Minty and scoring, at will.
Yeah.
I mean, they're Mark Kastelic double tipping pucks. Let's tip it.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. They shouldn't be getting secondary scoring from these guys. They shouldn't.
No.
But
I can explain it. I think they have a horseshoe up their ass.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, is it just like, did they make a deal with the devil, and they were like, look, we're gonna make the playoffs. Like, we're gonna get secondary scoring from everybody. Swayman's gonna bounce back, even with injuries. We're gonna fight through all that thing, and with Pastrnak not in the lineup, we're gonna go 3-2. Which you think you lose him, you don't win any games, but they're finding a way to win games. Lindholm's out, McAvoy's out an extended period of time. Their defense is decimated. How the fuck are they doing it? It's a goddamn miracle. It is. It's a horseshoe up their ass, or either that, or they've made a deal with Jesus Christ or something. I don't know. I'll
tell you what. If they make the playoffs, and they're not going to, but if they make the playoffs, okay, I don't think this is great, because they don't get the draft picks they necessarily need.
Yeah.
They don't get more prospects they need, for the future.
Yeah.
And they take a slightly above average team into the playoffs, losing the first round.
Probably.
And then next year you pick way down the draft.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think it's great for them going forward. I just don't. And I don't mean to be Debbie Downer and all that stuff, but this is a 1 year. This puts you into like the middle syndrome.
Well,
Yeah,
aren't
it does.
you Debbie Downer?
And you are Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
So this is where this is how I'm gonna handle the rest of the year. Right now, anyway. I mean, it can change, and it can change quickly. We know this about me. I'm gonna live in the fucking moment. I'm gonna be Cam Neely. I'm gonna live in the moment. I'm gonna be like, let's go, boys. Let's win. Let's win a fucking playoff series. Let's win a round. I mean, fuck. If he doesn't care about what happens in the future, neither do I. Fucking everybody, hop on the bandwagon. Let's go win some fucking games. I mean,
I'll tell you,
why not? They're a likable team. They're a likable team.
I know, and that's the part of it. Like, you know what? I almost say to myself, you know what? But here's the thing: as soon as I get into that thing, they're gonna drop 8 in a row.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be so fucking pissed.
I mean, it will be your fault when you hop on board and then
I have to be the contrarian.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Connor.
I mean, Smitty already called him a wagon. I mean, that's as close to fucking jinxing him, unless you want to call him a juggernaut at this point.
I'll tell you what. Your blood is rushing to your fucking loins right now.
Yeah.
So,
I almost let Connor fucking lead off the show, just like, I don't know, parading around with this fucking throbbing.
Russia's so clean.
Or just, waving about like,
oh yeah, just
a lightsaber. I mean, he is he's fully engorged and has been since about fucking 2 hours ago.
No joke. We had the life alert next to me. If he scored an empty netter for the hat trick, I was going to have to go to the emergency room.
Yeah, I mean, it may be time to call a hospital.
I'll tell you what, that's going to be the title of tomorrow's live episode. Is going to be engorged.
Contact you.
That's what it's going to be. Yeah. When he scored the second one, I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude.
Here we go.
But Minty, so Connor did say last post game that if he's going to get to like the first line or play with better players, and he's going to get past the 25-point threshold. Well, here we go. Like the next game, Nostradamus.
The very next game.
Yeah. And he scores 2 goals. So now you have to believe that he should stay there.
I mean, I guess so. I don't necessarily love Minton, Pastrnak, and who's Nadinov.
I don't love that at all.
No.
I know. And they played pretty well tonight, obviously. Yeah, I don't love it though, going forward.
No.
I still don't love who's Nadinov on the first line.
No.
And everybody else is pumps his nads, and I don't mind the guy. But he's a severely overrated situation. Go ahead, Connor.
Just wait until they send Who's Nadinov down and they have Lysell, Minton, and Pastrnak together. Chef's kiss.
That's
Connor, you can't get any more hard than you already are. So
hey, you know what? I'm just really stretching it, because if Don is listening and he's trying to bury you and hook me up by putting them togetger, Donnie, let's get Fabian up here too.
Fabian's gonna look great.
Happy camp.
Yeah.
Fabian's gonna look real nice in an Oilers jersey next to.
Yeah, he's gonna look great.
David.
Yeah, because he's not playing a second for your Boston Bruins.
Yeah,
not in a second. Not now. I mean, who are they going to take out?
I'm kind of surprised that Eyssimont came out for Who's Nadinov. Honestly, I am.
Yeah.
I thought it would be.
Craig Campbell says you guys were wrong from the start, like all of us. Fuck you too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
who's that?
Craig Campbell. He's like, you guys have been wrong from the start. I'm telling you.
I mean, that's not fair. Craig, we had optimistic Smitty all preseason.
Yeah, he was optimistic. I'll tell you right now, Craig, they're not making the playoffs. And we can timestamp this shit right now. And we'll come back to this very spot. They're not going to make it. They're not going to make
it. I'm still not convinced, but I'm going to ride the wave. I'm on board. Let's go, boys.
I'll say this, though. You know, at my advanced age, I shouldn't give a fuck about the future like Cam Neely. And I should just be like, let me just bear back this team right now. And let me just hang on and ride the wave, baby.
That's where I'm at.
Let's steal a first round series. Yeah. Let's steal it.
Let's steal it from somebody.
You know? Let's steal it.
Snatch it right out from underneath them.
Oh my God, this could be St. Louis. Like St. Louis Blues is similar to this team, 2019. Not
like no talent at all.
Like not a great roster.
Right.
You know,
I know.
Played a little heavy, a little dirty, a little nasty, a little cheap.
Yeah.
You know, and they won the whole thing.
They did.
Could this be a similar situation?
I mean, at this point, you have to say maybe, don't you? Don't you? I mean,
maybe.
They have a couple guys who can really score. They have a good goaltender.
Yeah.
They have pretty good defense when it's healthy.
Yeah.
And they're getting secondary scoring that we did not
envision at all.
They would get.
Not at all.
But here we are. So yeah, hop on board the fucking wagon. Choo choo, motherfuckers.
I'll tell you what, I kind of like the fourth line right now.
Yeah, of course you do.
Minus Corelli.
No, yeah,
I kind of like Kastelic and Jeannot on the fourth line.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. We said that. Like we said, they're at their best when those guys are your fourth line.
Right.
And Jesus, we're looking pretty good on that one.
Yeah.
You know,
now I want them to make a move at the deadline and get somebody.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Stop it. Jesus fuck.
I'm just doing everything I can to drive you.
Are you gonna? So they're gonna get a fourth line grinder. You know they are.
No, I don't want them to get a fourth line grinder. I want them to get somebody to play next to Minton and Pastrnak. That's what I want.
I'll tell you what. Here's a question for you.
Sure.
Are they that guy away from like?
No.
I mean,
we
just said that they were. That they might be.
Who's that guy? Who's that guy though?
That could be available.
Right. Oh, Connor's gonna chime in. Who do you got, Connor?
Let's slow this down a little bit and kind of pick through it. What position do you think that they need to fill?
They need a left wing in a fucking bad way.
They need a left wing and they need a right-handed defenseman.
Yeah, and a right shot D.
Both.
Mm-hmm. They get those two things. So if you can find me a left shot D and a right shot D, a left wing and a right shot D, preferably even from the same team, that you can put on this team, then I don't know. The East can be had, I think, if you add those two pieces.
I think the East can be had.
And I can't believe I'm saying it.
I think that's part of what the problem with all of this is.
Yes.
That I think if the longer they hang in it, they're going to make a move to try to
one of
win
those
it.
years.
It's open. It's wide open right now.
And they can smell like two rounds where they get all those playoff gates. They can smell it.
I mean, they're thinking to themselves, we beat Colorado in regulation. Like, how many other teams can say that?
Right.
So they're like, we can play with the best team in the league. Why not us?
Yep.
Why not us? Yeah, we can play with the best team in the league. Why not us?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in a 7-game series, they'd probably get blown the fuck out. But they won one against the best team. So they're probably thinking it can be us. It can be us that comes out of the
I just have this feeling that other teams look at them as a major pain in the ass in the first round. Because they have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to play like hard and they're going to play physical and they're going to play greasy and you're going to have your hands full.
You are. What do you got, Connor?
I've got my eyes on that Florida Panther first round pick. And I think if you're Don Sweeney and you're going to make a big move, a big swing this season, that's the pick that you put out on the table to make a swing with. The Panthers have a lot of injuries this year. They're still playing well. Next year, they're going to have their two best players back on the ice. So that pick that you could potentially get next season is probably not going to be that great anyway. I would rather keep our own pick next season. And if you're going to throw a first round pick away this year, definitely don't touch the Toronto pick.
Jesus, you might be able to get fucking Kyrou and Parayko from this team you just played tonight.
Yeah.
Because they might be blowing that shit up.
I would do that.
I would do that in a second. Yes. Because that could help you going forward too. I would do that in a second.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, tonight, Marco Sturm, like
Jack Adams.
When they had that 6-game losing streak, we were thinking this is gonna We were talking about, like, are they going to fire? Could they fire?
We were talking about if he's over his head.
Yeah, if he's over his head, right. And he just pulls a rabbit out of his hat, and I mean, Jesus, he's been pushing a lot of the right buttons.
Yes.
And like you said, the injuries, we said they couldn't have injuries or they'd be screwed. Well,
Yeah.
they got through that thing. McAvoy's probably going to come back in a couple of games.
Yeah, he's traveling on the trip.
Yeah.
He thinks he can play on the trip.
Yeah. So you might see him, either against Winnipeg or the next game.
Yeah.
And you get basically your team back. So I don't know. I mean, you might be in the thing. You might be in, top 2 in the division heading into the new year. Like, Jesus, I don't know. But
on board, plenty of room.
They're not. I don't know. It's really hard because I obviously I like the team and I love the team and I know I want them to make the playoffs. I want them to win the Stanley Cup. But I think just for part of me thinks this is kind of a little flash in the panty for me.
It is
a little fluky.
It is.
You can't do this next year.
No,
you know what I mean. You can't.
This is a. They won't be able to recreate this. Next year, all the guys that are having career secondary scoring years at the same time, it's all going to fall apart, and they're not going to get any of it like we thought originally.
You basically hit on all the fucking signings you did. Like, all those guys are playing great.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's not going to, like we said going into the season, they have like 25 ifs.
Yeah.
And usually like 2 or 3 of them go your way. Well, right now, all of them are going your way for some reason.
And that is just...
It's unheard of.
It is. It is.
So I'm going to glaze Mr. Matty Berry here for a little bit and help him out. Since the Bruins are looking real good, I'm going to jump on his little negative Nancy train here and try to help spoil the party. The Buffalo Sabres are the last in the division right now for the Atlantic. Yeah. They're going to suck. Ottawa missed some key players at the beginning of the season. They're 2 games behind you in games played and about 0.07 points percentage behind you. So they're within spitting distance at 7 in the division. Then you've got Florida, who's, 0.05 behind you and 3 games in hand. They've had a ton of injuries. As soon as they start to get healthy, they're going to play better. Toronto has had a ton of goaltending injuries. They've got 2 games in hand, and they're within 0.03. Montreal and Detroit, both with games in hand and in spitting distance. If they are to win even half of those games, they're probably going to leapfrog the Bruins. So as packed as it is, if the Bruins start losing any divisional games, they're going to be in heat quickly.
Yeah, they drop quickly. Yes. So, and all those teams you mentioned are more talented. I mean, we said Ottawa was better than last year. They're certainly better than this year with everybody together. And then Montreal, more talented than the Bruins. Florida, more talented than the Bruins. Like, all those teams, even Detroit, who gives you fucking fits.
They do.
Like, so, yeah, I mean, it's still in that area where, you played so many games, point percentage, all that stuff. But I'll say this, they're 5 games above 500, 31 games into the season. I never saw that coming. I mean, they have 36 points. They're like, what are they, tied for first in points right now in the division or something like that? Like, I
tied with Tampa Bay at 36 currently.
So my whole thing is, when it comes to deadline time, is this team going to do what they should do, or are they going to get caught up in the nonsense? Because the worst thing that can happen is that you believe in your team, you make a couple of moves, you don't do what you should do and look to the future, and you miss the playoffs by like a point. That is the worst case scenario. Go ahead, Connor.
Now I'm going to jump back on positive Smitty side. Do you want to know another weird fact? With 3 more points in the standings, the Bruins would go from 10th in the league to 3rd in the league. It would go Colorado at 48, Dallas at 47, and right now it's Washington at 39.
Wow. Pretty good drop off there. Yeah, I mean, I just think I'm just worried that that's what's going to happen. Is that you're going to run out of gas, but you're going to get a couple of things that might help you this year. You're not going to get rid of guys you should. You're not going to get some assets that you should get, and then you're going to miss the playoffs by a hair. And now what?
Those are all valid points, and I agree with all of that. But I'm on board the fucking good ship lollipop. Like let's win some fucking games. Who cares? Who cares what happens after this?
The sounder. He's on the fucking good ship.
Let's get naked and drink martinis.
Whatever. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck anymore. Let's win some games. I don't care anymore.
Okay.
I mean, look, I've been miserable about this team for a long time because they've been bad and it sucks. And I want them to win. So fuck it. Let's win some games.
Yeah.
Let's win some games. Let's win some games. I mean, I don't know how they're doing it, and they probably will fucking fall apart and it'll crush me. And at the end of the year, I will be screaming my fucking head off at the team for doing the wrong thing.
Because eventually they will stop scoring.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Yeah.
And, but I think right now, what can you do but be happy about the way they're playing and get on board with it? I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's what you have to do. They're proving everybody wrong, not just you and me.
Like everybody,
the national media, everybody picked them to be a bottom 5 team in the league. Like everybody, they're proving everybody wrong.
And the funny thing is, nobody talks about them still. Like nobody, like it's just people are just waiting for them to fade away.
Yeah.
And the more they win and the more they get through injuries, and the confidence level grows, and that's a thing. And then the karma thing happens, and that's a thing. And then all of a sudden, you're into the Olympic break, and you're second place in your division, and the trade deadline's around the corner. It's like a week after it ends. And then what do you do?
Yeah, you go for it.
You go for it. We're going to go for it, honey. Wild animal.
Gotta go for it.
We're gonna go for it. Damn it. Benders Banter. It's presented by Evolve ABA. It offers consulting services from a board-certified behavior analyst to adult day programs in residences, schools, and even businesses using the principles of applied behavior analysis. Evolve ABA is also pleased to offer staff training and collaboration with parents of children with autism and other special needs wishing to learn more about the science of applied behavior analysis. To learn more about Evolve ABA, call Sean Daly at 774-823-5016 or visit evolveaba.net. Michigan Mike, Boston is the only NHL team with 0 loser points. 3 teams have 1, and it continues. Usually the Bruins have all sorts of loser points because they suck in the shootout and they scratch and claw to an overtime, and they typically have 7 or 8 by now. But this year, 0. It ends pretty much in regulation or in a quick OT. Odysseys with Pasta on the 3rd, minute management. We suddenly have 3 playing lines and only 1 checking. Interesting if they can make it work mid-season. Eyssimont trade incoming. Lysell call up. I think Eyssimont and Lysell could both be traded. Eyssimont, to me, Mikey Eyssimont is the guy. I mean, if I had to guess one player traded, I would think it would be him. I mean, he's on a 1-year deal. He has a experience on playoff teams.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good, solid, bottom 6 guy, popping a goal occasionally. I think he could really help a really good team. And I think that if I had to pick a guy, I think he'll be traded by the deadline.
I would rather have him on the team and have Nutty go away.
Really? You'd tangle Nutty?
I would. I don't know. I don't think you'll get anything for Nutty, really.
No, nothing.
But if I'm the Boston Bruins and I'm trying to win a playoff series, can't believe I'm saying that out loud.
Yeah.
But if I'm them and I'm trying to,
you need Eyssimont over Nutty. Absolutely.
I'm keeping Eyssimont. I want Eyssimont on my 4th line or 3rd line or whatever instead of Nutty. I want him on my team.
100%.
What do you got, Connor?
Quick fact check for you. Eyssimont has another year on his contract after this year at
He signed for 2?
Yes, sir. 1.45.
Well, it's still good money.
That
team could still want him. A really good team could still want him.
Yeah, sure.
1.45. That's nothing.
No.
I think he goes. I mean, but I'm with you. If it going the other way, then absolutely Eyssimont stays. Because he's a playoff
experience. Yeah.
Playoff.
He's gritty. He, sure. He's got some hands. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Odyssey says a matter of time, a second period takeover. Hopefully Pasta can pump the tires on Minton and Dino's production for a short term. Donka dangled 92 and 81 before the Olympics to get a feel for the market. Yeah, I mean, that's what we just talked about. I think teams would want Eyssimont. I don't think they want who's enough at all. But
no.
Victoria, anyone else notice when Bruins score, the Blues play a bad organ version of FU by CeeLo Green? I did hear that a little bit. I was listening to it and I'm like, what is this song?
Yes.
And I'm like, CeeLo Green, who fell off the face. He's on the witness protection program. I have no idea where the fucking guy is. He had some legal trouble or did something stupid or something. I don't know. But I haven't heard from CeeLo Green in a minute. Like, he was super huge.
He was.
And then gone from the scene. But they did play some bad organ music. The Nicholas, like to see Fraser Minton playing with some offensive players. What you guys think? Yeah, I think you saw that tonight. You saw him playing with Pastrnak. He scored a couple of goals. I think, I think he's a third line center. But I'm going to be on with Smitty and say, give him a chance. It's been a great first night of it. Give him a chance.
Yeah.
See if you have some chemistry with Pastrnak. Then you could play Lindholm on the second line like you are with Geekie. Then maybe you got something there. Maybe. I still think you need a really good center, like a top tier center.
Yeah, of course you do. And I the only thing I'm saying about Minton, and I still think you're right. I still think he's probably a third line center on a really good team. But I feel like on this particular team, like, play him up in the lineup a little bit and see if you have something a little bit more than you thought is all.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you send him back to third line center, you might be able to see if you can develop some guys around him that can play a little bit better offense. And you can have, the Joonas and the Corrales and the Kastelics of the world play on the fourth line where they actually belong.
Mm-hmm.
And, maybe that third line produces a little bit more.
Right.
Because the third lines, the bottom six in the playoffs, if you have a really good third line, that can make all the difference in the world. It did for Florida last year with Marchand and Listerainen and, Lindell. So, that makes a big difference. When the Bruins have been really...
Tampa Bay had with Gord and Palat and Coleman and those guys.
Cirelli.
Yeah.
I mean, third lines make a huge difference. And look at the Bruins when they won it. I mean, they had some really, really good third line players there. They were good matchups there. Yeah. Go ahead, Connor.
Oh, nothing. I'm just.
Oh, you get nothing? Okay.
No, I'm just chilling.
Jesus. I'm just seeing lights flashing now. I'm just feeling. You're on a heater right now, so I don't know.
Stroking my massive erection.
I'm just vibing in the Fraser Minton
my erection
universe.
up my microphone.
Just basking.
I'm going to be basking in all the Maple Leafs fans' tears for the next few weeks.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, thank you for Brandon Carlo and that.
Yeah, wow.
They got the first round pick coming too. I mean, that could be an absolute fucking fleecing. Severed soul. This third period is an embarrassment of careless puck play. Unbelievable. How about Peeke? Let's discuss Peeke for a minute, shall we? I mean, he has been not great. He's on the last year of his contract. Terrible time to be not great.
Yeah.
Trying to go D to D deep in the end with a bunch of players around, just not the right play. Stolen in front goal.
Yeah.
To tie the game. Terrible play.
Terrible play.
And he's been overexposed. I mean, with the injuries, he's had to play much more.
Yeah.
He's a decent second penalty kill unit guy who's a decent third pair guy, and that's it. Like once you get above that, he gets exposed, and that's what's been happening with him. And he's been severely up and down, more down.
Yeah, I mean, this really shows you how you miss McAvoy. Because he takes a lot of the minutes that Peeke is playing now, and Peake's getting exposed as struggling some. So when McAvoy comes back, hopefully, he takes some of that burden off Peeke, and he can get back to playing, the steady two-way game that he's played most of his time here, honestly. But we'll see Peeke in the 3 up, 3 down for sure.
We'll engage with Peekes, twin Peekes.
Yeah,
he had a couple Peekes tonight. Odysseys, I think this is the long-term plan. Transform the third line with the right pieces around Minton. Tanner and Casty can make an impact further down as well. Yeah, I mean, I think that's where you're at. I think if you can replace Corrali with a grinder, younger player, with Jano and Kastelic, and you can put a couple of decent offensive / defensive, don't kill you defensively players with Minton, then I think you're starting to cook with gas a little bit. Then you need a top 6 forward who can play. Yeah. And then I think you're right shot D. Then I think you're in good shape. I do. I think you're in good shape, but we'll see. Odysseys, of course, recency bias, but I think Minton proves tonight that you can rely on him on both sides of the ice in this 3C role. Build around him. Steves and Dino Lysell, free cap space, RV, SC, and Korpisalo. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, I mean, look, the way Steves has played, I think he maybe deserves a chance at that, once everybody's healthy and if they make some additions to the top 6 at some point in time. I think Steves deserves a spot maybe next to Minton on the third line there. A couple of former Maple Leafs, shoving it up Toronto's ass, every year would be fantastic.
I mean, Arvidsson, to me, with Steves playing the way he is, Arvidsson you can trade.
Sure.
Yes. You can trade that guy and not really lose much, to be honest, if Steves is playing this way. Like if you can trade RV and get some sort of asset or a package with RV and somebody, then absolutely you do it. And you don't look at it's not going to make or break your playoff chances this year. It's not. So, and RV's on an expired contract. He could go play on a third line on a good team and maybe put a goal in or two.
Sure.
As a veteran. Go ahead, Connor.
Speaking of trade offers here, I think Smitty also read it, but Robert Forte wins the comments tonight. He says, Edmonton just made an offer to Sweeney, Andrew Peeke for Trent Frederick. Jimmy Murphy live report from the Tams bathroom.
Robert Forte coming in. Robert Forte is a very good comedic.
Yeah, he's got the comedic comments going.
Yeah,
he does. He's pretty sharp.
Yeah.
That first of all, that is probably a source that you'd have to hear from somebody else before Jimmy. But I see a Jimmy attaching himself to that one.
Yeah,
Frederick I wouldn't trade Joey Abate for Trent Frederick right now.
No.
No offense to Freddie.
No,
but I'm not sure Freddie likes hockey anymore, so I don't want him in my organization. So, and Garnett Hathaway either, who's like 29 games in with zeros across the board. The one guy with the most amount of games this season who has nothing on the board.
Yeah, you figure
crazy. Figure something hits you in the ass.
Yeah, you're just out there and like a puck hits you as you're going up for a line change or something, deflects to somebody and they fucking score. Like, just somehow. I mean, Jesus Christ! Like,
you don't let the pass. Someone goes through 3 guys.
Like you try to go tape to tape with someone, you miss the pass. It like bounces off the boards, comes back to somebody else, and they score. Like, just like fucking by accident one time. Like you kick one in or something. Yeah. I don't know.
He's done nothing.
Nothing.
Andrew Peterkin, gotta say it. Fucking love this team. Can't stand myself for saying
it. There you go, Andrew. Yeah.
There it is.
We all hate ourselves, but hop on board the bandwagon.
We're on board.
Yeah.
Craig Campbell, Sturm for Jack Adams. Jack off Adams. Yeah, I mean, look at yeah, I mean, he's up there with Quenneville, and it would be interesting to see if they give it to Quenneville after all the nonsense with him.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be interesting. But I think you'd have to give it to Sturm because the Ducks at least had young talent and they added some pieces, and you thought maybe they could make a playoff push. The Bruins were projected bottom 5 in the league.
Yeah.
Like Sturm over Quenneville, in my opinion. I mean, look at those two rosters, and Sturm would get it for me.
Yeah, I think so. I think Quenneville's certainly in the conversation, but right now I think it's Sturm.
And Matt Coe says, how about Sweeney's for GM of the year? This 2025-26 Bruins team was a wagon, or I've drank a few too many beers. I don't know.
It's probably a little of both. Probably many beers and Sweeney's.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to give him his fucking flowers. I think the piss and vinegar thing is working. It's working.
What happens though Thursday night when they lose 7-0 in Winnipeg?
Oh, we have a stream that's gonna be fucking.
Oh my god,
it's gonna be epic.
The Winnipeg Jets, the 2 games were the most views we had on YouTube, and they lost by a combined like 13-2.
Yeah,
like that's. I mean, Winnipeg's been a house of horrors for them.
It has been.
Mr. Post says 14-5 outscored teams last 3 games, 14-5.
Do you think?
Well, 2 of them were St. Louis. So St. Louis sucks.
They do suck. Do you think Korpisalo's going to start in Winnipeg?
Oh my God, that's right.
Yes, because Winnipeg has been sucking and blowing at the same time.
I think Winnipeg is among the worst 5-on-5 teams in the league. The last I checked, actually.
Yeah.
They have not had a great year.
They have Jonathan Taves out there just.
He's sucking pond water right now. He's like a -13.
Yeah, just taking up space
with like 6 points. Like he was the last 2 seasons in the league, which was 3 years ago, and this year a -44 combined.
Yeah,
like
he's up there for the missed.
He's at the end of the line.
Yeah, he shouldn't have come back.
No way. Twine Tickler. They heard Matt and Connor had a bet going, and they decided to put Mitten with pasta. Tell you, they listened to this.
I think they listened to the show. Yeah.
Russo was like, Mitten with pasta. I want to see Matty fucking suffer. That's what they do.
It is.
Let's see. Baconator. Everyone in St. Louis hanging pocket Monty ornaments on their trees this year. You got Monty with his hands in his pocket ornament. What an ornament that would be.
Yeah.
With a dumbfounded look on his face.
It should like
prolong in the
light up or like jerk itself off or something like that.
Shouldn't it? Does it have a little button you push and it says, "These guys coach themselves. These guys coach themselves." Yeah.
I could go for a Baconator right now. God,
could you just kill it right now? Oh yeah. And I wouldn't sleep for days, but
I know. Yeah.
Zach Case, I wish we had Rob Thomas. Is that Matchbox 20 or one more guy like him so I could be all in on making and doing something in the playoffs? Look, a guy like Robert Thomas, probably Cairo more than him, but could be had, I'm sure. I mean, they're going to blow that thing up.
It feels like it.
Robert Thomas is a guy I would
love to get a Robert Thomas.
He on this team, I think he would flourish on this team too. I think that would be a sneaky good move by them to get him.
Yes.
And I think he'd fit in here for sure. But you'd have to probably unload Zacha for him, but that's fine.
Zacha probably at first, I think.
Zacha first, sure. I'd do that.
Yeah.
I would do Zacha and a first for Rob Thomas.
Yeah. I'd probably throw in a prospect too.
Yeah, sure.
Or 2.
Sure. Yeah. Matthew Curtis, Tufty must be playing the Benders podcast to the team after the game. Crackheads giving the team all the ammo they need. Yeah, I hope it's working. I really do. We got to reach out to Tufty.
We do.
Tip of the cap to Matthew Curtis for the Crackheads nod. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Victoria, The only side effect of them selling their soul for a playoff spot is we have to hear it. We have to hear it comes for 100 years. Yeah, here it comes.
Well, just think, once they make the playoffs and get past the first round, you don't have Judd Surratt anymore. It's all national broadcasters.
No broadcast.
So there you go.
Albert, good luck.
Yeah. Judd Surratt free zone after round one.
You run round. 31 games played, 30 left before the trade deadline. What the actual fuck is the deadline plan? Just don't trade any good picks or assets. 5th rounder or worse is fine, says Pejman. Yeah, a roster player that you're not going forward with, or a lower round pick, or a pick from 2028, whatever. But not anything within the next couple of years here.
I'd be willing to trade Florida's pick, first round pick, if you get a guy back with term that would fit in your top 6.
Yeah, like a Robert Thomas.
Like a Robert Thomas or a Jordan Kyrou or somebody like that.
Somebody who had term. Yeah.
I would 100% be in on that because it helps you for now and the future.
It does. What's the likelihood of you getting a player better than Robert Thomas with your first round pick?
Exactly.
Not very good.
Exactly. So I'm all in for that, but I do not want a rental. I do not want anybody that you're getting just for the run.
Negotiate with.
No. I'm not doing that shit. And if they do that shit, I will scream and yell.
Yes,
I will 100% scream and
yell. 100% stupid.
Yeah.
Yes. More prospects: Zellers, Pelosi, Hagens, Letourneau, all 9+ goals. With gatekeeper Mooj down there, I'm leaning more on the first playoff round, maybe upgrading for a vet winger for Hagens to settle in. Well, that's the other thing. I mean, are you okay with Letourneau, Hagens, Zellers, maybe? I mean,
yeah.
Do you really need to keep drafting these players? I mean, are they going to be enough to kind of fill what you need and make that next team?
Yeah, I think they will be able to, but the problem is they're going to need some seasoning. They're not just going to step into the lineup and be, cup ready, cup caliber right away. Like we've talked about it before. Young teams don't win in the league, so they're not going to come in as 3 rookies or
Right.
It's probably
typically forwards need AHL time.
They do. And it's going to take a little time for all those guys to get here. Hagens probably first, then Letourneau, then Zellers, I would think. So it's probably going to be, 3 years before Zellers gets here. Your team's probably going to look a little different by then. And, hopefully those guys settle in and that's all you need. And then you can spend your money elsewhere on, some other additions to give your lineup a little more depth. What do you got?
Go ahead, Connor.
It goes back for me about the conversation of who gets you through and who gets you there. And it takes me back to 2011. Tyler Seguin played on this team primarily the whole year. And then late in the playoffs, he got benched for fucking Sean Thornton. And it ended just fine. So that's kind of what I see happening with Higgins.
Bergeron, Krejci, all these guys played in the AHL for some time.
Yes.
Marchand played more than a year.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to figure that maybe Hagens doesn't that much, but Letourneau will. Zellers will.
Probably.
Like these guys will. Like defensemen, McAvoy and Carlo really didn't. But defensemen can be different. Like forwards typically play a little bit, at least, of AHL time. So, and then do you want Mooj down there fucking zapping them with lasers,
zapping all their offensive ability out of them to make them have a good defensive stick? Yeah.
Want to give them the fucking Kool-Aid.
Can't wait.
Side Quest Life. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, buddy.
So worried about the deadline. Sell. I think they got to sell. I still think there's 4 or 5 players on this team that are just set up to sell. I
think they can do both. I think they can do both.
If they're savvy enough to do it. I think they can. Will they? No idea.
Yeah, I don't think they will. I hope they do, but I don't think.
Because the same reason why you said Eyssimont would stay on your team if you're making a playoff push is the exact same reason they'll keep him.
Right. That's what I mean. I'm not sure they'll do the right thing by the deadline or at the deadline. But I'd like to see them make some savvy moves and get out some contracts of guys who aren't going to be part of the long-term future of the team, and bring in some, more guys like Fraser Minton, or some more draft picks, or, a right shot D with some term, or, there's some holes on this team, certainly, that they could fill if they were smart about it. We'll see.
For sure. Lindholm up to 13 assists now, Elias, with another assist tonight. 17 points in 20 games, 18 points in 21 games, whatever it is he's got. Like, wow. They're getting something from him. Is it enough? I don't think so. And if it will happen in a playoff scenario, I don't know. I mean, he had a good playoff series with Vancouver on his way out.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what he would bring to the table then. Twine tickler. They don't have the cap space to acquire a right-handed D. That would actually make a difference, and they can't afford to ship out any guys. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. They only have like $1 million of cap space. So they'd have to send some term out to get term in.
Yes.
Now they could. Casey Middlestat is a guy who still is right there at 5 and change. That could be a good guy to move out.
Arvidsson's at 5. Like, that's a guy you could move out, certainly.
$10 million right there.
Yeah. If you're happy enough with the Steves and the the Mintons of the world,
To me, I'd rather go with that Steves and Minton and those guys that you have potential to continue to stay on and they make less money and all that.
Sure.
Than to go on with those other guys. To me, you have just as good a chance as making the playoffs with Minton and Steves as you do with Middlestat and fucking Arvidsson.
I agree.
That I do. I don't think there's much drop off there, and in fact, there's more upside to having those other two guys.
I think the young kids are hungrier. I think both the young kids actually play better defense than Arvidsson and Middlestat do.
Yes, they do.
I think they're both more physical. I think they're both
skate better.
Even though they're both probably a little green as far as playoff experience goes, I think they're both built more for the playoffs than Middlestat and Arvidsson are. Because I think Middlestat's a little bit soft. Yeah. Arvidsson's a little bit small. I mean, he can't get a shot off now. What makes you think he's going to get a shot off in the playoffs?
Jesus Christ. Can you not back scratch the thing in the slot with guys like up your ass? Like, what are you doing? Then he looks up at the sky like, what did you expect?
Yeah.
Shoot the puck. Wrist that on. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Victoria, but when McAvoy comes back, who are you sitting? I'm sitting Soderstrom in a heartbeat. Now, he made a wonderful play today.
He did.
To start that goal. That Kastelic ended up having a double tip. Just to see how it feels. Soderstrom had the entry, and then he had that when it came back around. Yep. Makes a nice little pass. The short passes that Brick loves.
Yes.
Short little pass, time and space, wrist it on, tip it home. And that was started by Soderstrom. That was a good little play by him. But he's sitting down when McAvoy comes back.
Sure is.
For fuck sure. Mr. Poe, they have about a 42% chance according to Hockey Puck.
They had like a 15% chance about 2 weeks ago, though.
Yeah.
So
rolling up your ass. Yeah.
Hop on board.
Mick we currently have 7 picks in this draft. Tankathon has us at 14 with Toronto pick and 19 with ours. All right, so 2 in the top 20.
Trade both of them to move up and get somebody.
And then maybe pick, 10th, 8th.
If you can move up in the top 10 and get one of those, I think there's 3 right-handed D in the top 10. You can move up in the top 10 and get
there's 3 or 4 LWs on there too.
Yep.
They're pretty good.
If you can package both of those picks to move up to get one of the top, left wings or one of the top right-handed Ds, I say you do that.
Yeah, I'm with you. Odysseys, but there should be also belief in this team. Look ahead. Hagen's 1C, Letourneau, Minton 2, 3C. Worth upgrading LW and RD because you have the assets to retool without giving up much of your picks.
Agreed.
Agreed. Yeah. Side quest life.
But those guys have to pan out.
They do. And that's not a given.
You can't just say, well, we're going to plug Higgins in and Letourneau in and they're going to be great. Like it's not a given. I mean, you're excited about what they're doing right now in the NCAA, certainly. But that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to all of a sudden, dominate at the.
I still think Letourneau is 3 years away from playing Boston Bruins hockey consistently. 3 years, like one more year at BC, then probably sign, play in the AHL, and then the Bruins. You're looking at probably 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, he's 1 year out of playing high school hockey against bad competition. Like each level for him is going to be a fairly significant jump.
Sure is. And
he's handled it this year really well. Mm-hmm. So, he plays another year. Hopefully he's even better. And then, he goes to the AHL. That'll be a jump that'll have to handle, and get stronger and more comfortable in his fucking gigantic frame. And then, hopefully he transfers, those skills to the NHL level, but like you said, it's probably 2-3 years down the road for sure.
Yes. SideQuest says, "Sell now, be a contender in 3 years. I watch every second of every game, and I hated last year. But don't drink the Kool-Aid, boys." Yeah, I'm with you. Smitty is down in Kool-Aid like it's fucking.
Yeah, I mean, have you had Kool-Aid?
Margarita.
It's so fucking good. I mean, look, it's really Kool-Aid tastes good. It does. Have you had Kool-Aid? When was the last time you had Kool-Aid? Kool-Aid is fucking delicious.
12. Yeah,
I know, but it's delicious. Yeah. It's sugared fucking water. It's great. Kool-Aid tastes good. That's why they say drink the Kool-Aid, because it's fucking fantastic. So everybody just hop on board, have a little bit of Kool-Aid, and shut the fuck up.
What was that commercial they had? What was that commercial they had with the Kool-Aid? What was it? The little jingle.
Oh, the Kool-Aid man? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That Kool-Aid man like crashes through the fucking wall. Doesn't he?
I'm not a real fruit punch guy. You had that can where you had to have that tool.
You did. That was Hawaiian metal. That was Hawaiian Punch.
You put the metal in there.
That was Hawaiian Punch.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Fuck the Kool-Aid commercials. If anybody wants a treat after the show's over tonight, go on YouTube or whatever and search Dane Cook and the Kool-Aid Man. It is a great spot of comedy. You're welcome.
Okay. Dane Cook and the Kool-Aid Man. Okay. I wouldn't mind holding, but they definitely can't add. And if anyone is offering you a first-round pick this year for a Middlestat or Lohrei, you sell. Matthew Curtis. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go that far. I was just hoping to dump their salaries.
Everybody should look on Twitter for my Quinn Hughes trade.
Yes, that was a dime you dropped today. Mm-hmm. Insider adjacent, Smitty.
I heard from my girlfriend's brother's cousin that Lohrei passed out at Dairy Queen last night. And I think he still had brain freeze during the game from a cookie to a blizzard. That was insider adjacent as well.
Serious accusations. If Don Sweeney wins GM of the year, I'm kidnapping his dog, says Robert Forte. Yeah. Sweens. Can you let me just ask you this?
Okay.
For just a second, imagine this. How fucking insufferable he would be if he won GM of the year.
Do you think he would come on the show just to rub it in our faces?
He might just do this world tour.
I would welcome it. For him to just come on the show and just tell us to go fuck ourselves, like that would be fantastic content.
Come on the show.
Yeah. I hope he does. I hope he wins GM of the year and he comes on the show and just rubs it in our fucking faces. I would love it.
Absolutely. Come on and roast us.
Yeah.
I just hope that he name drops you and your wives in his press release when thanking you.
Yeah. Be on the way out. He'd be like, hey, Linda,
my bad.
Say hi to Linda, and I hope Kyle's doing well.
Yeah.
Fuck yourself, Donnie.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Jonesy sip tonight is Christmas Ale by Bristol Brewing in Colorado Springs.
Yeah. We got to get out to Colorado. That might be the trip next year.
Colorado might be the trip.
Yeah.
Stay with Jones and go to the Colorado game. Colorado Avalanche.
I want to go to Vegas.
Vegas too.
All right.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Okay. Here's the bet. Minton. We go to Colorado if he doesn't fucking score 25 points. We go to Vegas if he goes over 25.
Damn, so we got to lose twice if he doesn't score 25 points?
Yeah.
This is bogus. Double
What are you
punishment.
talking about? Colorado's like the weed capital of the world. You'd be in fucking heaven
You'd
out
be in heaven there. You kidding me? You wouldn't come back.
God.
I know. I would
We'd
say
have to
that.
tell Amanda, like, he'll never come home. He's not coming home. He's fucking high as a kite in the high altitude. He's floating above the fucking clouds.
Yeah. You'd have a goddamn gas mask on, just, free basing fucking
Free fix.
Put me in the fucking bubble boy suit.
all the drugs in the world.
He's free basing everything. He's just smoking like the fucking pine bushes out front. Yeah. Absolutely. Or your little solicitation of prostitution in Vegas. Either one. What's the other one?
Oh yeah.
I'd pay to see that.
There would be some really unhinged content if we did go to Vegas.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, you saw us in Montreal, and that was
talk about a fistful of hundreds in a brothel. Yeah. Connor would have.
There would be a video camera following you this time.
Yeah,
a little more fun.
Jesus, hot shops in every corner. Correct. That would be. You would be. Oh my God, you'd be like a 5-year-old in fucking KB Toys.
Yeah, you would. You'd be,
if smelling your own farts was an Olympic sport, Don Sweeney would be the Michael Phelps of the fucking sport. Yeah.
I think you're right about that.
I think that might be
smoking
cool.
weed and sniffing his own farts.
Yeah, imagine that a brand new Don Sweeney he'd be insufferable.
Yeah, that's Connor's new podcast: smoking weed and sniffing farts.
Sniffing farts. I mean, that's a ringer right there.
Yeah, sure is.
All right, 3 up, 3 down, 3 up. Number 3, Jeremy Swayman. Another good effort from him tonight. Made some clutch saves in the third. 2 is Mark Kastelic, 6 goals now in the season. A couple of goals tonight. He's been great, making us eat some crow, I guess, with that contract.
Sure.
And then Minty Fresh, so clean.
Clean.
With a couple of, and now he has 6 goals, and all hell's going to break loose in Vegas next year because he can't fucking stop getting points.
Can't stop scoring.
Yeah. So those are my 3.
3 up. All right, 3 down. Number 3, Mason Lohrei. Just an awful first period. Turnover after turnover after turnover. He did look like he had brain freeze out there.
He did. He's just not very good defensively.
Number 2, our buddy Andrew Peeke. He had an assist on Robert Thomas's tying goal for the Blues. Really nice pass.
Made me feel unwell.
Yeah, behind the net. It was it was excellent. And then Oscar Sundqvist for the Blues, -3, zeros across the board. Just an absolute waste of space.
He's just very he really disappoints me. I thought he was going to be a really good player in the league.
And as always, fuck the Blues.
Yeah, fuck the Blues.
I picked the score tonight, didn't I?
You did 5-2 again.
5-2.
Both 5-2 wins over the Blues. You picked the 5-2. You love the 5-2 game.
I actually picked the Bruins though this time, I think, because I said fuck the Blues.
Oh, I think you did 5-2 Bruins.
I think I actually
nailed it.
You did, and then Matty picked the Blues.
I picked the Blues. Yeah,
because you have to be the contrarian.
Yeah, the contrarian. Looking ahead.
No, let's look ahead.
Thursday at the Winnipeg Jets.
7-1 Winnipeg.
Korpisalo gets his tits ripped.
He sure does.
Well, they give him a goal tonight. Second shot.
He might get pulled in that game.
Yes,
he might get pulled. It might be he'll end up with like a 760 in that game.
Okay. I want to go Kyle Connor Hattie just to dig in 2015 one more time.
Love it.
I'm going 8-2 Winnipeg. Yeah. Maybe 8 times 2 Winnipeg.
Yeah.
They're going to get their doors blown off Thursday.
By one of the worst 5-on-5 teams in hockey.
Yeah. Pejman calls him Corpy Swallow.
I mean, not far off.
Yeah. Would you rather?
Yes.
The Jets have Mark Scheifele, Kyle Connor, Josh Morrissey, Connor Hellebuck against Swayman, Pastrnak, McAvoy,
Jets.
Geekie.
You need to have to finish.
That's a Jets all the way.
It's Jets. Yeah.
That's not that close.
It's Jets.
I mean, Pastrnak's better than anything they have, but other than that, Connor, Morrissey, Hellebuck, I'd go
Even
with that.
Scheifele. Even
Scheifele. Yeah. Yeah, that's Jets all the way.
Yes.
100%. So the Bruins win tonight, 5-2, 18-13. 36 points, and they play the Winnipeg Jets Thursday. Tomorrow night, we're going live right here on YouTube, 9 p.m. Eastern. So we need you folks to jump on 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Pacific.
6 p.m. Pacific. Is it 7 Mountain now, or what?
7 Mountain. No. 7 Central. 8 Mountain.
8 Mountain.
No.
Okay.
Nope. It's 8 Central. That's where I am. 7 Mountain, 6 Pacific.
Okay.
Yes.
And in Australia, it's like Friday morning at 10 o'clock. So join us then. And then we'll be back at against the Jets. But join us tomorrow night at 9 p.m. We'd love to have you all in the comments again. Another great night. Thanks so much. And we will see you guys tomorrow night. Until then, as always, go.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.